Urgent Fury does not represent Sony Computer Entertainment America, LLC. Archer 7, this is Viper 1, how copy?
Solid, Viper 1, over.
Archer 7, interrogative, we are approaching waypoint uniform Foxtrot and Tango. Standing by for Deadeye. ETA until you're down the slide, over.
Viper -2 is Oscar Whiskey. We're currently over the top with a cold nose taking on go juice. We sure don't want to get bounced while we are AAR, so we'll be turning it over to Dogstar for tactical scan, over.
Solid, Archer 7, we are eyes on and standing by for a little boom and zoom. Booyah. Viper 1 out.
Well, hello Frequency Freaks, I'm Jack Delhouse and this is UFreqTV episode 2, brought to you by UrgentFury.com, the hottest tactical gaming community on the World Wide Web. This time we're going to take a look at the game that has it all. From brainwashed CIA operatives to zombies and remote control cars. Call of Duty Black Ops from Treyarch and Activision has everything covered, although the word's still out on the kitchen sink. Special Correspondent Commander Claymore Fury delivers intel on Little Big Planet 2 from Sony and Media Molecule, and then Wolfie D shares a few tips and tricks to get you through some of those tight spots in a segment we call Nube Tube. We're just getting started, so lock and load. This is UFreqTV. Within the first 24 hours of its launch, Infinity Ward's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 sold 4.7 million copies in North America and the UK alone, becoming the most successful launch of any game in history and setting the bar for those who would follow. Well, then after the very messy and very public professional divorce that you may have heard about between Activision and key members of Infinity Ward this past summer, many wondered about the future of the franchise. With all of that in mind, developers Treyarch, also responsible for Call of Duty World at War, knew that this, their third installment in the series, Call of Duty Black Ops, had some very big boots to fill. On November 12, 2010, it became official, selling more than 7 million copies in North America and the UK. Just 24 hours after going on sale, Treyarch's Call of Duty Black Ops nuked its predecessor's previous record by almost 2.5 million units sold. With Infinity Ward pushing all possible realms of gaming, graphics and explosive might in Modern Warfare 2, Treyarch knew they had an epic single-player story to live up to, as well as what some might say is the most successful multiplayer experience in tactical shooter history. But trust me when I tell you, Treyarch is not here to simply make up the numbers. In fact, the latest installment pushes gameplay to the brink of impossibility. Just how this series can continue to improve is beyond me. Not all is perfect in the game, however, but there is enough between the mind-blowing explosions, new multiplayer game modes, and possibly one of the best storylines of any game to date to make this buy a must. The incredible voice acting from Sam Worthington, Ed Harris and Gary Oldman shine through in the mouth-wateringly creative single-player mode that sees the character of Alex Mason delving into different memories in response to an intense interrogation. I don't want to spoil anything with details, as the campaign is truly a passage to gaming euphoria. To maintain some balance, I will admit that for me, the massive explosions and sheer chaos became a tad too monotonous. Moving on to the multiplayer mode, and let's face it, that's where many fans will be eager to battle. There are 14 maps of incredible detail and scope, perfect sniping positions and shrewd cover for those camping type players. That brings us to some standout changes and differences to that of Modern Warfare 2. The biggest one for me is the migration of simply leveling up to now buying most accessories, including weapons, perks, emblems, and so on. This world of virtual finance is predicated on you achieving points. COD points, as they're being called, now allows for deep customization of emblems and even to detail your very own clan tags. All of that leads to a good reason to amass lots of spendable points. And that can be done through regular gameplay such as the familiar team deathmatch, but also through the cunningly named contract modes and the interestingly fun wager modes. Contract mode allows you to accept a contract with specific goals to achieve, with the prize being those good old points. Wager mode is quite self-explanatory in that you wager points with battles with other shooters. Coming in the top 3 out of 6 will have you taking home the dosh, while leaving the others to just go home and cry to their mummy. My personal favorite mode, One in the Chamber, allows each shooter 1 bullet, so be careful how you use it or you'll resort to trying to pick off opponents with your knife. And that could have you looking like Crocodile Dundee against Dirty Harry. Also new is the combat training mode, where you can take on the computer in a team deathmatch or free-for-all match. You still have the regular options of setting the score, time, and players on the team, and you also have the option of having the computer populate the enemy team with names off of your friends list, which can provide for some pretty hilarious scenarios. The uber successful zombie mode also makes a return with the new zombie co-op experience, and one mode which pits a former American president against an army of the undead in a thrilling and sometimes comical gunfight. Plus the very entertaining Dead Ops arcade mode, which players must unlock. And finally, I have to squeeze in the new and potentially hilarious theater mode that allows you to save and upload your multiplayer kills or acts of shame to the Call of Duty website. Unfortunately, you won't be able to upload to YouTube or Facebook, but we'll see if that changes in the future. With new game modes and an immersive and curious story, Call of Duty Black Ops delivers a direct hit, and Treyarch proves that records are made to be broken. Call of Duty Black Ops is available now.
When Media Molecule and Sony Computer Entertainment Europe were developing Little Big Planet, the game's working title was the next big thing. Following its release in the fall of 2008, fans and critics alike agreed that with the exception of the game's iconic Sackboy, there was nothing little about the game at all. In addition to exceptional graphics, physics, audio, and a vast array of customizable and online content, the innovative puzzle platformer also utilized user-generated content. To date, users have generated over 2.5 million levels using the game's creative tools. In Little Big Planet 2, all of the things that made the first game so successful are back. The game launches with 40 different story levels. Each level gives our cuddly, smiling, and winking hero an historical and colorful world to explore. It also gives players the chance to improve on the already robust creative tools from the first game. Add to that dozens of fun and challenging collectible trophies, as well as a plethora of themes including techno-renaissance, steampunk and cake, and neon propaganda, and you have the makings of another solid title. With a 4-player online-offline multiplayer and the new scoring modes, players can get together to play different mini-games which include puzzle, racing, sports, and action games. And of course, players can get together with friends to play, create, and share their fully customizable Sack Buddies. New gadgets for Sackboy to use include the grapple hook for swinging across gaps, power gloves for picking up heavy objects, and the Creationator, which allows the creator to actually choose its projectile. Players can now use tools to make even more bizarre and creative levels as well as an entire game. Using the Controlinator, players can now also change buttons and the rules on any level. In short, Little Big Planet 2 gives the player almost absolute power. Computer-controlled Sackbots can now become your own personal creations. Players can customize, program, dress, change behavior pattern, and even create their own voiceover. Players also get Little Big Planet 2's own little movie maker with their new camera system and cinematic tools. Players have the power to take cutscenes and control camera position, tilt, zoom, trimmings, and of course, the voiceovers in their film. Now, your Sackboy can sing in its very own music video or narrate its own web-based gaming show. Little Big Planet 2 is filled with the possibility of almost endless creations. In addition to the new tools and gadgets that help them create, players now have new materials to create with. You can use glass, metal, rubber, bolts, motors, springs, and, well, you get the idea. The list goes on and on. You can use many new gadgets to your advantage. For instance, the Level Link badge, which enables you to transfer from level to level by placing a badge without going back to your pod. Global Gravity gives you the power to shift gravity throughout the whole scene. Bounce pads can be used for fun to send Sackboys and Sackbots launching in the air. Smoke machines can be used for a smoky effect, and circuit boards which can be used to control the Sackbots' different behaviors. Sharing has been made simple with a website called lbp.me. Fans can use this social networking site to publish their own games and levels on their own webpage, making it easier to search and find creations online. Gamers can also see what games and level friends are playing, as well as link together for longer gameplay. Again, all without the need of a pod. So, have Media Molecule and Sony Computer Entertainment Europe created the next big thing? Find out for yourself. Little Big Planet 2 is available now, exclusively for the PlayStation 3.
What's up guys, Wolfie D here and welcome to Nube Tube. Today I'm here with TheCaracarn from the Aiel, who are the current Urgent Fury Gauntlet champions.
Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for letting me be here.
So tell me man, what brought you to Urgent Fury in the first place?
Well, we first came to Urgent Fury when I was in Wolf Clan. I played with them for a little bit in the Urgent Fury 141 tournament. Once that finished up, we decided to go our own ways and started up the Aiel around March and April of 2010. So we've been going at it since then, and since then we obviously won this tournament and then won the Urgent Fury Crucible tournament as well.
So as you said, this isn't the first tournament you've won before. What do you think has caused you guys to win so many tournaments?
I would say our success is attributed to playing together a lot and knowing each other. You know, we're not a very big clan like some of the other guys around Urgent Fury. So we get to know each other really well. We play a lot of public lobbies together, and it's like we read each other's minds sometimes. So it just really helps out. And then obviously in-game communication and preparing for the wars and knowing what to do really helps out a lot.
What do you guys do to prepare before playing in these tournament games?
In the past we would do like practices and stuff. More recently we've just been doing you know, going through our strategy, because we've played so much together, we know what we need to do, so we really don't like practice a whole lot, but you know, we know what needs to be done, and that's pretty much what our pregame preparation is.
Do you guys have any favorite guns?
Well, the thing I tell my guys is you have to use the gun that's going to allow you to win a gunfight, whether that's, you know, the 7.4U, you'll see a lot of that, or, you know, the other favorite guns like the FAMAS or the Galil. When you're playing in matches that are competitive, you need to use the best gun that is available to you, so you just got to use what you're good with.
Was there a preference to any of the flags you wanted to hold here on Jungle?
We wanted to obviously control C and B. We get to choose spawns on that, so we chose C and B and just tried to lock down the map and keep them cornered in on this side of the map. C and B gives you two high ground sides if you can control it. It gives you that HUD on the right side as well as the hut on the left side by the swamp area, we call it. And if you can control those two areas, you're going to do well on this map.
So what would you tell people who are looking to get into competitive gaming?
Find some friends and have a good time. That's the bottom line. That's what it's all about, is playing with your friends and playing in a competitive environment. It's a lot different than playing in a public lobby. Everybody's got a plan that you play against, and everybody's good. When you get into a public lobby, you'll have some people that aren't very good at the game, and when you have all 6 players on the other team that are capable of winning a match, it makes things interesting. So you just got to spend a lot of time together and learn from the best. That's what we did. We lost a lot of matches at the beginning, but we learned from those and worked together and improved our strategies and tactics to make ourselves more successful.
So basically you just don't get frustrated and you keep trying to win.
Yeah, you're going to lose. You know, it takes time to gel. I mean, it's just like a basketball team or any other sports team. It takes time to gel together and learn all the strategies.
Do you guys keep anybody specifically assigned to certain roles like anti-air or anything like that?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing we do is we'll say, all right, you guys are our primary anti-air guys. You know, you're going to have a anti-air class on you at all times. and then everyone else will just have it in their classes. So if we need to switch to it if we're struggling for a bit. But the interesting thing about these competitive games is that, and this kind of goes along with what we were saying before, is where everybody's so good in the lobby, you're not going to get the high kill streak. That's not a very common thing. So we really don't stress going for the nuke like in Modern Warfare 2 or going for the chopper gunner or the gunship or the dogs. We just really stress using our guns to win the game. If you have to rely on kill streaks in these competitive matches, you're not going to win.
Hey man, well thanks for coming on Nube Tube. Anything else you want to say to the community?
Yeah, I'd just like to give a shout out to all my guys at the Aiel Sept, as well as Urgent Fury for putting on these great tournaments. My guys have had a great time playing in them, and we look forward to more in the future.
Hey guys, I'm Wolfie D, and everybody was a noob once. Back to you, Jack.
Well, that does it for this episode of UFreqTV. Be sure to tune in next time when we'll take a look at Killzone 3 and Gran Turismo 5. And Wolfie D returns with another edition of Nube Tube. Be sure to network with us via Twitter at Urgent Fury, on Facebook, on the official Urgent Fury blog, Urgent Fury Unleashed, and of course on our UFreqTV YouTube channel. For Wolfie D and Commander Fury, I'm Jack Delhouse, and remember, you can't win if you don't play. Get in. Cheers.